On the campaign trail prior to the last election, Anthony Albanese was pretty clear on his first-term plans.
The policies that I'm taking to this election, whether it be the NBN, whether it be cheaper childcare, a Religious Discrimination Act, a National Anti-Corruption Commission, this term.
But almost 2 years in, one of those is looking a little uncertain. The government won't go ahead with a long-promised Religious Discrimination Act without the coalition's backing.
On this topic of all topics, working constructively across the Parliament is desirable, and we are aiming to reach a bipartisan resolution of what has been, for Australia, a difficult issue.
The former Morrison government tried and failed to get bills through during its time in Parliament, despite long debates and all-night sittings. The Albanese government is willing to try again.
I'm up for progressing forward on the basis of a bipartisan position.
I welcome the aspiration for bipartisanship, but the government has to put in the hard yards to achieve it.
The bills will probably try and do two things. Firstly, establish a Religious Discrimination Act, which would protect people of faith against vilification. Secondly, change the Sex Discrimination Act to protect LGBTI students and staff in religious schools. But the exact changes aren't yet known.
As far as we are concerned, no Australian should have to be discriminated against because of who they are.
Some fear the government isn't really committed to seeing this through.
It doesn't help if the issues remain unresolved. It's just kicking the can down the road for another time.
Parliament has been grappling with this issue for the best part of a decade. And while the idea of bipartisanship sounds nice, achieving it would be an extraordinary feat, which raises the question of what happens if it can't be achieved. Shelving this particular election promise might start to look appealing. Tom Lowry, ABC News, Canberra.